Hello 5th grade, it's time for art, and this time a really dynamic picture. Dynamic meaning that there's a feeling of movement in the picture. That's of course created by these movement lines all over the picture. It's also created by this very kind of strong and deep sense of perspective. So this hand is very close to us, or appears very close to us. It's really big, and the body kind of very quickly sort of falls away to being very small, the feet and the other hand. And then of course the planes in the distance sort of add to that too. So this strong feeling of dynamism, this dynamic feeling in the picture is created this way. The picture also has a kind of loose and sketchy kind of style, especially with the colouring and of course with these motion lines. So the whole thing sort of feels sort of dynamic for that reason too, because it's kind of sketchy, it's not solid and defined. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense, and I hope you like the picture and you enjoy making it, and let's get going. So let's begin in this bottom corner and place the hand first of all. The hand is pretty much disappearing off the picture. So we've just got the palm of the hand, and we've got enough space for that kind of jet blaster thing, whatever it is, in the palm of Iron Man's hand. And then we've got one of the fingers kind of disappearing up here. But that's all we see of that part of the hand. And the thumb is going to be pointing in this direction. The rest of the arm is really just, it's so short because of the angle. We can just kind of draw it like that, and then we're already at the shoulder. And now the head is not much bigger than that circle, so it should be something like this really. And we've got a bit of chest here. We see a bit of the chest, but again, because of the angle, there's really not much there. A little bit of shoulder, which should look something like that. And the rest of the arm is kind of falling away, so we do see a bit of this arm and the hand, which is going to be tiny compared to this hand, because it's so far away. Something like that. We can adjust that later if we need to. And then we do see just a little bit of the leg, but again, it's going to disappear to like very small. That's one leg there, and the other leg is going to be a bit bigger. The knee is closer to us. Something like that. That's the foot just there. I'm going to add in some more detail on the face now. The famous Iron Man helmet. I'm also just going to tidy up this quite messy part of the hand that I drew, and get that thumb a bit more accurate. And I want to change this leg too, just a little bit. And this hand, I think, could actually be just a bit smaller, in fact. Alright, so now some background details. Iron Man is going to be, he's being chased by fighter planes with launching missiles at him. So in this next stage we're going to do the colouring and outlining in the other way round. Usually I would outline first in black marker and then add colour after that. But we're going to do it differently this time. I'm going to use, for Iron Man's suit is of course mostly red, and it has some kind of yellow gold colours as well. It has got like the golden face of course, and little patches of other part of the suit is gold too. But as you can see, I have a red and a pink, and we're going to use those in combinations to show highlights and also show areas that are sort of more shadowy. So we'll start here on the hand, and I'll show you sort of how that's going to work. And the style in this picture can be a little bit kind of loose. It doesn't have to be like perfectly coloured in. You'll see what I mean once we get going. Now with the black marker, we will add some outlines and some of these dynamic speed lines as well. As you can see, I'm continuing this kind of loose and sketchy style because I think it adds the dynamic feeling of this picture. So all of these lines, these speed lines, have to kind of, if you extended them, they should sort of disappear to the fingertips. So you have to change the angle as you make the lines. They have to change direction, so they're always pointing back to those fingertips. There we go, so that's looking pretty good. I hope you can see how leaving areas of white creates nice highlights here, and how the speed lines and the sort of sketchiness of the picture creates this dynamic feeling. So here we are, the finished Flying Iron Man picture. Really dynamic, really fun to draw. I hope you guys enjoy it and come up with some results that you're happy with. I can't wait to see your work, so don't forget to share.